guys, back again with another video. Guys, as you can tell from my title, this will be a story time. I haven't done a story time in a minute, I know. But this particular story I want to tell you guys just because it's like a lot of stuff that's going on, you know, for it's like sex trafficking, people getting kidnapped, all this stuff. And you know, it's always good to be aware of your surroundings. Keep that in mind. Just be aware of your surroundings. So this happened to me. I want to say it happened to me Wednesday. This happened to me Wednesday. And it was a typical Wednesday. My boyfriend was here, you know, and I go to the corner store like literally like 3 to 4 times a day sometimes. But anyway, I went to the store because, you know, he always wants like some peanuts or whatever. So, and you know, for some odd reason, I always just go by myself, like, cause it's literally like 2 minutes away from my house. But this particular Wednesday, I went in my daughter's room, my oldest room. I was like, "You want to ride me to the store?" She was like, "Yeah, but I'm not going in cause I'm not dressed." I was like, "That's fine. I just wanted, you know, wanted her to ride to the store with me. Don't know why. I just wanted her to ride to the store with me." So, you know, we just go to the store. It's normal. We, you know, chit chatting or whatever. So I needed gas. So I pulled up. Instead of pulling up like to the store, I just pulled up to like the gas pump. And I didn't pay no attention. Like, it was a guy on the side of me, but he was like walking to his car. Like when I was getting out, he was walking from the gas station. I mean, from the store back to his car, his truck or whatever. And I noticed like he just like looked me up and down, but I just like whatever. So you know, I went in, got gas or whatever, got the peanuts, of course, that I went to the store for. And then when I got back to my car, I noticed that my daughter had the door locked. So I was like putting on the handle, and I was like, I said, "Why you got a door locked?" She was like, "Because it's that guy over there is just like, was just staring at you the whole time. He was just like looking in the car the whole time you was in the store." So I proceeded to look over, and guys, when I say I look over and he was just like glaring at me like this, like didn't blink, didn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, you know, now my senses are heightened. I'm like, okay, well. So then as I proceeded to pump the gas or whatever, like he came around my car, the back of my car like this, and stopped. And he was like, "Do you need any help?" And I was like, "No, I don't." So then he just creeped off super, super slow. So at this time, I done hopped on the phone. I called my boyfriend. I was like, "Hey, it's this creepy guy. You know, he was like staring at me. Like I'm telling him, you know, like, you know, just to be on alert or whatever." And I was like, I'm on the phone with him the whole time because I went back to the liquor store. And I was like, when I walked in the liquor store, he was at the stop sign or whatever. And he was just like right there, like, you know, when I walked in the liquor store. So I proceeded on the phone with him or whatever. When I came back out, I was like, "Oh, he's gone." Because I made sure when I came back out of the liquor store, I looked to the corner just to see, you know, if he was gone. He was gone. So I, you know, hung the phone with my boyfriend. And I just proceeded to, you know, get in my car, whatever. And guys, this is where everything goes. This is where it took a turn from the worst. So as I got in the car, I got to the stop sign, and then I, you know, proceeded to go. And then as soon as I passed a neighborhood, because it's a neighborhood before you get to my neighborhood, and I seen him. As I passed the neighborhood, he shot out and was behind me. And I'm like, my daughter was like, "He's following us, he's following us." So I now hop on the phone. I'm calling my boyfriend. I'm like, "He's following," like the guy I was telling you about, he's following us. He was like, "Whatever you do, don't come home. Don't come home. You don't want the person to know where you live at." So I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, I'm trying to, you know, I done went in this little, like, other apartment complex or whatever. He studied behind me, so I done lost him. I lost him. Or whatever. So then I came back up to the store. So I'm on the phone with my boyfriend, like, you know what I'm saying? I lost him. But then we made it back to the store, and on the side of the liquor store, it's like parking. So I just backed my car in there. Like I'm waiting on the phone. I'm waiting on my boyfriend. He's taking forever. Like normally I'm like, "You taking forever to come." Like, or whatever. So the guy or whatever, he rides past the store or whatever, but we see him as he rides past the store looking to see if we were there. Let me tell you guys, when I say my heart was beating so fast, because nothing like this ever happened to me. Like a stranger is actually following me. I have my daughter in the car with me. I'm super scared or whatever. So by the time my boyfriend makes it back up to the store, he's like, where he at? Where he at? I'm like, he done went out the, he done went out the neighborhood or whatever. But guys, when I said, like, I was shook. I was so shook. This happened Wednesday. My daughter was like, you haven't done a story time yet on that? I was like, no, because I was just shook. I couldn't believe, like, someone like was actually following me and my daughter. Who knows, if like it could have just went all bad. Like, I'm glad that my daughter had locked the door, because he could have potentially snatched my daughter out the car or whatever while I was in the store or whatever. My daughter is 16, but still, like, I was so shook. But yeah, so my boyfriend, he finally did end up coming. So he ended up, like, following me back to the house or whatever. Like, I was just shook that whole rest of the day, guys. I was just shook because I just couldn't believe, like, someone would actually, like, it's crazy people out in this world that will, try to harm you or try to follow you or whatever. Because in that instant, like, he just, I don't know. And guys, he looked so creepy. Like, he had this dead stare. Like, it was just so creepy. Like, he was just creepy or whatever. And it just really, really heightened me, because you hear, like, all these stories about, just people getting snatched and girls sex trafficking and stuff like that. So, I'm on high alert. Like, ladies, just be aware of your surrounding, because you never know, when it's going to happen, who, you just don't know. So, like, I'm on high alert now. Like, I'm really thinking about, like, getting, like, a taser or maybe, like, some mace or, something, because you just never know when something like that is going to happen. And, like, I'm always, like, now, like, even when I leave the store, I'm always looking back to see if, like, the cars are, like, not following me. Like, sometimes, like, the other night, I went to the store or whatever, I went to the store to get some soda, and I went to the store to get a salad. Let me tell you, when I went in the store, it was night or whatever, and I was, like, looking. I was like, make sure, like, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm just on high alert ever since, that has happened to me. Because, guys, people are, like, some people out in this world are very, very crazy or whatever. And I just was like, oh my God, like, nothing, I'm already sensitive when it comes to certain stuff like that or whatever. And for that to happen, I'm just like right here now or whatever. So, guys, I'm just telling you, just to be safe, just to be aware of your surroundings. I can't say that enough. Just be aware. Look at my hair, guys. I know I'm all off subject. Well, she done curled up. Anyway, yeah, just to be aware of your surroundings at all times, because let me tell you, that was just the scariest thing ever. And for me to have my daughter with me, like, she was just like, I just, like, when I be trying to protect my kids at all costs. So, like, in that moment, I'm like, oh, you ain't finna touch, you ain't about to harm my baby, okay? Look, cause I'm gonna die for my eyes, for real, or whatever. But I'm just glad, like, my boyfriend came, because I was just, like, shook or whatever. And I'm glad, like, it was just the right time of day. It wasn't night or anything like that. God forbid if it was, like, night at night or whatever outside. And he proceeded to, basically, he was going, guys, he was, like, right here. Like, I was pushing it. I had to be doing, like, 45 in the neighborhood. Like, he was just he was trying to catch us or whatever. And yeah, it was just scary. So that's I just want to tell y'all, like, some guy tried to follow us home or whatever. I don't know what was his intentions. I wasn't trying to find out, but I was just shook. I was too shook, okay? Too shook. So I, like, oof, I can't even say no more. Just ladies, please be aware of your surroundings, because if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And I'm just glad like nothing happened further than him just following me or whatever. And I just pray like he didn't write down my tag or anything like that. Like, you know, you just never know, you know, just be aware of your surroundings. But yeah, that's what happened to me, guys. So guys, you comment below if you had like any scary experiences like that. I don't never ever want any other scary experience, like some stranger trying to follow you or whatever. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, guys. Do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.